This is a cabinet I picked up recently, a game called Rampart. Some people know what it is, others have never heard of it. Um, I remember playing it on Nintendo. It was a Tengen cartridge, so one of the little black and gold NES cartridges. The cabinet, so this arcade spent the end of its life on the back porch of somebody's house, so it got quite a bit of water damage. When I picked it up, there were lots and lots of wasp nests inside the cabinet. I had to spray it down pretty heavily and then let that dry out before I tested anything. But I did get a working board and a working monitor and power supply. It's not sure if it's an original cabinet. I don't think it is. I don't even know if there was a dedicated Rampart cabinet. I didn't look that up, but I will after this. So this is the 2-player version. Apparently when the game board came out, right here, says it on there somewhere. Anyways, let me see if I can find the label that says that. Maybe it's further back. Anyways, there was a 2-player. Yeah, it is that label. It says it on the end here. There's a 2-player version of the board, and I believe later on there is a 3-player version. The 2-player only plays with joysticks, and then the 3-player has 3 trackballs for each player, one for each player. And to my knowledge, you cannot convert from one to the other. They are different hardware. So I'm gonna turn the game on, show you a little bit about it. It's kind of, it literally is castle defense, but it is kind of a Tetris type game as well. Let's see if I can find the switch. You can play 2-player against each other. I'm going to turn this down. The volume pot is actually on the board on this one. You can play against each other or against the CPU. Pick your difficulty. And what you do is you choose a castle somewhere along the ground level here. So on Blue Army, I'm going to pick, I'll say this castle. It builds this castle, and then I can put my cannons inside my castle walls. So I start off with 3, and then it goes into a battle mode where I'm fighting these ships up here. And I fire on the ships in the water, they're firing at me. Alright, so I sunk all 3 ships. Now I have to rebuild my castle. So this is where the Tetris part comes in. I have to enclose the castle in order to get it to actually move on to the next round. So if I don't enclose at least one castle, I end up losing my round. So it gives you little hints what to do. I'm actually looking for these small pieces, these right here. And there we go. So now I've enclosed that one castle, but I've also started working on this one over here. And depending on how many castles you have, that's how many cannons you get to place inside your castle walls before the battle. So I didn't enclose any new castles, so I only get two more cannons to place. But there's 4 ships now. The ships move around, and as you progress to harder levels, you get more and more ships. They fire a lot faster, take you down pretty quick. So I ended up winning that level. You move on to a new section. But it was a pretty fun game, especially on NES. I like the joystick version. Apparently people prefer the trackball version, the 3-player version. I'd be interested to play that and see how much better it is than the joystick version. The Tetris pieces don't seem to be a problem with the joystick, but I assume that's the issue that everybody has, is moving your little pieces around. So looks like we have a little bit of roll on the camera or on the screen, but working monitor, working board. It was pretty cheap cabinet. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna gut it. Take the monitor, the board, the control panel I'll probably keep, but the cabinet is just so water damaged that I'd end up replacing every single piece in order to restore it. So not sure it's worth saving, unfortunately. Let me know what you think about the game, or if you played it in the arcade or on the NES like I did. There was actually a Sega Genesis version, so let me know your thoughts.